1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister says Modi's RSS inspired doctrine on occupied Kashmir is depriving the Kashmiris of their inalienable right to self determination. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred two Kashmiri youths during a cordon search operation in Doda district today. The information minister, while rebutting the rumours circulating in the social media regarding governor's rule in the provinces, has termed it propaganda of the anti-state elements. A special Pakistan International Airlines flight will depart for Lahore from Newark Airport in New Jersey, United States on Thursday to bring back stranded Pakistanis. The World Telecommunications and Information Society Day was observed today. In Afghanistan, 16 people, including 8 militants and as many security personnel, were killed in 2 separate incidents today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says Narendra Modi's Rashtriya Savayam Sevak Sangh inspired doctrine on occupied Kashmir is clear on depriving the Kashmiris of their inalienable right to self-determination, imposing inhuman lockdown in the held territory, and dubbing the Kashmiris' struggle as terrorism. In a series of tweets, he said, as a first step, India is depriving Kashmiris of their inalienable right to self determination by illegal annexation of an occupied territory. Second, the Prime Minister said it is treating them as less than humans by a 3-pronged approach, including trying to crush them with brute force by using inhumane weapons like pellets guns against women and children, imposing an inhumane lockdown, depriving Kashmiris of basic necessities from food to medicines, and by mass arrests of Kashmiris, especially the youth, and isolating occupied Kashmir from the rest of the world by cutting off all the communication links. The Prime Minister further said, as a third step, India is trying to show Kashmiris inalienable right to struggle for self-determination guaranteed in the United Nations Security Council resolutions as terrorism being abetted by Pakistan. The aim is to create an opportunity for a false flag operation against Pakistan while detracting the world attention away from the Indian state terrorism in occupied Kashmir. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian troops, in their fresh act of state terrorism, martyred two Kashmiri youths during a cordon search operation in Doda district of Jammu region today. The Indian Army claimed that the youth were killed during an encounter with the troops in Doda town. An Indian soldier was also killed in an attack during the operation in the same area. Meanwhile, hundreds of people, including women and children, were forced to spend the whole night in the open during an 18-hour-long cordon search operation by the Indian troops in South Kashmir's Islamabad Anantnag district. Contingents of the Indian Army, Special Operations Group, and paramilitary Central Reserve Police Force drove in armored vehicles to Islamabad Anantnag and laid a siege around Lal Chowk area of the town. The troops, during door-to-door search operations, subjected the inmates to brute torture. Senior APHC leader and chairman of Tehreek-e-Hurriyat Jammu and Kashmir, Mohammad Ashraf Sehrai, in a statement in Srinagar, reiterated that his party would continue to work for a broad-based unity for the freedom cause. The Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Shibli Faraz, has rebutted the rumours circulating in the social media regarding governor's rule in the provinces. Replying to a question of a journalist, the minister said this is propaganda of anti-state elements. He said at a time when the government is making extensive and successful efforts to overcome corona and resolve other issues, some miscreants are trying to distract the government's attention by circulating such baseless rumours. The nationwide tally of coronavirus cases has soared to 40,151 with 1,352 new cases reported. Overall, 14,584 cases have so far been detected in the Punjab, 15,590 in Sindh, 5,847 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 2,544 in Baluchistan, 527 in Gilgit-Baltistan, 947 in the Islamabad Capital Territory, and 112 in Azad Kashmir. A total of 11,341 patients have so far recovered from the virus, while the death toll stands at 873, with 30 new deaths reported during the last 24 hours. The death toll from coronavirus has risen to over 313,738, while more than 4.7 million confirmed cases have been reported across the world. The United States has the highest death toll of 90,113, followed by the United Kingdom with 34,466 and Italy with 31,763. Over 1,827,000 people so far have recovered from the infection. This is Radio Pakistan. 700,000 youth have so far registered themselves with the COVID-19 Tiger Force in the Punjab, out of which 64,000 volunteers have been assigned various responsibilities. This was stated by the Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Youth Affairs, Mohammad Usman Dar, while talking to the Punjab Chief Minister Usman Khan Buzdar in Lahore today. The Special Assistant said the volunteers of the Tiger Force are participating in public service activities under the vision of Prime Minister Imran Khan. A special flight of Pakistan International Airlines will depart for Lahore on Thursday from Newark Airport in New Jersey, the United States, to bring back stranded Pakistanis. According to a press statement issued by the Pakistan Embassy in Washington, D.C., this will be the fourth flight in a series of flights arranged by Pakistan to bring back the stranded Pakistanis. Pakistani citizens already registered with the Embassy of Pakistan in Washington, D.C., and its four consulates will be accommodated in the flight. The Pakistani nationals desirous of returning to Pakistan have been asked to contact the embassy and the consulates at the earliest. Pakistan's ambassador to China, Nagmana Hashmi, says medical supplies provided by China will help enhance Pakistan's capability to fight COVID-19 pandemic. In a statement from Beijing, she said Pakistan and China are all-weather strategic partners and the bilateral relations are continuously consolidating and deepening during the COVID-19 challenge. The ambassador further said China always made significant contributions to the international community's efforts to combat the new pandemic. The World Telecommunication and Information Society Day was observed today. The theme for this year is Connect 2030, ICTs for Sustainable Development Goals. The theme will allow International Telecommunication Union membership to reflect on the ICT advances for transition to smart and sustainable development. Pakistan Telecommunication Authority Chairman, retired Major General Amir Azim Bajwa, says the authority is extending help to the government in pursuing its goals of uplifting vulnerable segments of the society through modern-day information and communication technologies. In a message on the World Telecommunications and Information Society Day being observed today, he said Pakistan's telecom sector has become a role model for other sectors in reshaping economic destiny of the people. He further said the sector will continue to play an important role in the current decade towards attainment of sustainable development goals. The Afghan President Ashraf Ghani and his political rival Abdullah Abdullah have signed a power-sharing deal, signaling the end of a months-long stalemate that plunged the country into a political crisis. Ashraf Ghani's spokesman said on Twitter that Abdullah Abdullah will lead the Council for Peace Talks and members of his team will also be included in the cabinet. The breakthrough comes as Afghanistan battles several crises, including a rapid spread of coronavirus pandemic and surging violence that saw dozens of people killed in attacks last week. In Afghanistan, 8 militants were killed and 2 others injured when fighter fighter jets of government forces targeted a Taliban hideout in Dasht-e-Archi district of northern Kunduz province today. Meanwhile, 8 security personnel were also killed when militants attacked a security checkpoint in eastern Logar province. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, rain, wind, thunderstorm is expected in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir, and its adjoining hilly areas. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.